straight entry, smoother turn at C plus bend. Seven is the score. Box 2, ground cover, 8. Box 3, bend onto CL. Fluid, but head more still, 7. Box 4 for the canter, obedient, 8. Box 5, please underline length and frame. The score is 7.5. Box 6, nicely balanced, 7.5. Box 7, nice geometry and balance, 8. More balance both upward and downward. Some resistance, 6.0. For the medium canter circle, nicely uphill, 8. Box 10, fussy connection, some resistance, 6.5. Box 11, no comment, 8. Show more balance at X, softer contact, 6.5. And now the halt at C. Smooth trans, but late, 6.5. To the rein back, more willing, resistance, 3.5. So for the free walk, correct frame, nice quality walk, 8.0. Medium walk, relaxed, 7.5. Smoother onto CL, center line, plus bend. Lacks fluency. .5. Much more stretch. Plus bend. Not consistent. 6.0. Smoother turn onto CL. 7. More balance into halt, not square, 6.5. Collectives. 8 for gates. Impulsion, more bend, 7.5. Submission, some lack of focus, resistance, 6.0. Rider position, 7.
You want the
What a nice horse.
No, I just got him.
Really?
Not quite, my normal ride.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. Lots of spring in his step.
Yeah.
Okay, so your entrance was straight, but you can push that 7 to a 7.5 if, when you track right at C, you don't come so close to C.
Okay.
And make a sudden turn and then the head goes up.
Okay.
So make it more like a half circle at G with bend.
Okay.
And that'll really add to the whole fluid start to the test.
Okay.
And that's the first time the judge sees you from the side and thinks, wow, there's a supple horse, very smooth turn. So not so close to C. It's a common mistake. Length and stride, yeah, that was beautiful. 8, really nicely done. The center line, all of your center lines can be improved. Do them just like leaving the center line with a half circle. Get onto the center line with a half circle. So you're already going onto the center line with 2 90-degree turns, and the head comes up and you lose the lovely trot that he has.
Yeah.
So it's all about however you ride the pattern, you've got to, number one, show the fluency and the freedom of the gait. So the more balancing you do for tight turns, the more you take that away. So you can really improve on those scores by doing that. So then after the leg yield, nice transition to canter, 8. Lengthen the frame on the circle. It is part of the requirement, lengthening the frame, so that took you down from an 8 to a 7.5. So all these 0.5s matter.
Yeah.
0.5 for every movement is 5%. It's huge.
Yeah.
But that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, working canter, yeah, nicely balanced, 7.5. And the geometry was smooth in that loop. You kept the balance and the rhythm, 8. The simple change over X, he's a little resistant in your down transition, and the trot steps could have been more balanced, but it looks like he just needs work in the transition part. Just probably a strength thing. Yeah, the second 20-meter circle at C in medium canter, you showed the length and frame, beautiful ground cover, 8. Some resistance, I think, back to the working canter, 6.5. The loop, 8. Change the rein, again, the whole balance at X thing, 6.5. The halt was late, so that's maybe it's just learning how quickly he responds to half halts, I don't know, but the transition was nice, but just late. Rein back, work in progress, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta teach him that.
The free walk, 8. Fantastic free walk.
Yeah, I don't think I should push any more, and then
No.
he gets a little bit like
No,
that, right?
no,
Yeah.
it was fabulous. Sometimes the best walks are, well, as we see when they're leaving the ring,
Yeah.
when they're slow and relaxed.
Right.
So the
Don't
best free walks and extended walks are a slow rhythm and a big step. Okay, so then the transition to medium walk. Remember, we want to keep the activity, but to see a change in the level. So a little more uphill, but relaxed, 7.5. Again, down the center line for the leg yield, 2 components. Make an improvement on the turn onto the center line by making it like that half circle. And the actual leg yield lacked fluency.
Yeah.
He's not supple that way, not so good. Okay, so even more stretch and consistency within the stretch. Okay,
Get
so
to the place and do
yeah. So you had it for a couple of steps, but he didn't keep it. So even more stretch, keep it consistent. And then for that extra 0.5, also showed the bend. You did in the second loop, but not the first. Center line, smoother onto the center line, 7. More balance for the halt and not square. Okay, so your collectives were good. 8 for gaits, 7.5 for impulsion, 6 for submission, and 7 for riding.
So you can post or sit. Is there a preference?
I like to post every time I can. Yeah.
And like for him, he's already not.
Yeah, he's got, yeah. No, you're doing a great job with him. Really lovely.
Yeah, I just bought him, gelded him, left him there, and then brought him here, and then I've been riding for like 6 weeks. So
Wow.
I've gone through a lot of change.
You're doing fantastic.
Everything.
Super.
Sorry about your dressage.
No, that's okay.
Brought to you by Equestrian Video Productions LLC.